Boys and girls, Beardo. And we're doing something different. Kind of a debunk, but I haven't looked at this video yet. Instead of doing the usual, I'll skip forward and try to find something fake. So what we're going to be doing is something called Paranormal Sins. And the channel is The Haunted Side. I have been asked and asked and asked to debunk these guys over and over and over again. And the issue is I struggle to watch any of his content. So we're going to do Paranormal Sins. And basically, every time he does something that is either fake or something that I don't like, I'm going to count it. And at the end, we'll see how many sins there are. So their content for you guys is going to be quite jumpy because I'm literally going to be posting a couple of seconds of where I find the sins. But I'm going to watch 37 minutes of this crap. For you. I know. Ah, you're too kind.
If you'd like to help us make more episodes, consider joining our Patreon. Link
Begging in the first few seconds.
of The Haunted Side.
You feel sharp pain? I feel like nauseous in this.
Epic beard. You're not getting a sin for that. Overly long intro showing pretty much the only thing of interest in your video, I imagine.
Make sure to give the video a like, and if you're new here, subscribe to the channel.
Trying to put on a creepy voice.
Alright guys, so Sean and I are going full dark night vision. We're starting back over in the women's part, the women's cell. So we're gonna walk down. I got the SLS camera rolling, but for whatever reason,
The SLS, you're getting a sin for using the SLS. You're getting a sin for using the SLS while you're moving because it's meant to be used. That's an Xbox SLS. It's meant to be stationary, so it's not working properly.
so I was walking down. Whoa, bro! I swear it was like somebody was right here. I mean, it's dark.
Picked out by your own echo.
So you get those vibes where like it's just like you feel like somebody's looking at you kind of thing. And we caught like some crazy activity. Do you have the Ovilus on? What the hell was that?
That was clearly them making that noise. It sounded directly on them.
I know you heard that.
I didn't. I've heard the Ovilus.
It was like
That is not the noise we heard.
An orb
Orbs. It's dust and bugs.
just flew in front of me, came down, did a little circle.
And they're still flying around you because it's dust. They've ignored the other orbs that are clearly dust.
oh god. That's terrifying.
No, it's not. It's a word bank. There's nothing terrifying about it, but you've ignored other words that mean nothing in a paranormal investigation.
First words it says is process.
We're at
Channel.
C5. Let's keep walking down.
Still ignoring words that mean nothing to your investigation. You're controlling the narrative.
This is death row. And
No,
it's,
this isn't death row. This is the women's.
oh, this is women.
Yeah.
You're lost. That is a sin.
Place oxygen chain.
Whoa, hold on, back up.
Grave fate.
Oh my god. Sean, if I point the camera at you, point your camera down. Because I can't see anything.
That's another sin. Because you're just picking and choosing which words that thing is spitting out are relevant to you.
Grave fate. Not grave as in like a grave, but grave as in like where you bury someone. Jesus.
I don't see Jesus. You can have a sin.
Grave fate.
Oh, and look at this. It's working now.
10.
Oh, going to 10.
I can see.
What was that? I know you heard that, dude.
Oh, I heard that.
This is 9, that's
This
10.
is 10.
Oh, going to 10.
I can see.
What?
It's only a slam because you've upped the audio. I can hear the background interference raise in volume. That was a click, not a slam.
What was that? If you're in here, do you want to come down and... Dude. Okay, that's weird. So it's mapping you, but it was like... But it was...
Because it's not supposed to be moving. That thing doesn't work properly when you're moving it. It has no idea what it's mapping because it's moving, not the object in front of it.
It's like making your arms do things that your arms weren't actually doing. Like it was reaching out for stuff.
That's not cool.
Dude, I just got the sharpest pain in my back.
You feel sharp pain? I feel like nauseous in this cell.
What?
100.
Something just... Dude,
He just said he heard walking, and what I clearly heard was dust or debris falling.
something walked right here. What?
100.
Something just...
It's clearly their voices reverberating through the building and something's dislodged. You hear like the pouring of sand onto glass. It's some sort of debris or dust hitting the concrete floor.
Dude, something walked right here. I swear to you, I heard... Did you hear that? It was like...
Do it again.
It was like... Oh, that's the owl.
That's the owl.
Oh, you knew the owl was there, and still you tried to claim it paranormal the first time. Why didn't you mention that owl before?
Oh, that's not, I don't think that's what I don't think that's what I heard on the just a second ago.
It's exactly what you heard.
Oh. Okay. Can you put the camera, the other camera, can you put it in your kangaroo pouch?
Kangaroo pouches enter through the top, not the side. They have just claimed there's a voice in the building. Yet that voice sounded remarkably like the Ovilus device they've been using. While they're knocking stuff about on there and in his pockets. They've claimed that to be a paranormal voice. It is in fact their device. They'll have known that in editing, but they've tried to get away with it anyway.
Just kind of get it in my kangaroo patch if I can.
Dude, it's still doing that thing with your hands. Like your hands aren't moving, but it was reaching up at the bed.
It is looking for his arm because it's out of sight, and you keep moving the damn SLS.
I ain't getting on the top bunk. Owl's freaking me out.
He has just moved all of that equipment, and now he's worried about a bang that he's clearly caused.
Did you hear that in front of me?
No, what was it?
I swear to God, it sounded like someone sat down. Owl's freaking me out.
He has just lifted all of his equipment off that metal frame bed.
Because I want to see if I can get anything. What the fuck was that, dude?
Me hitting the rail.
Oh my god, you scared.
He was behind him with the camera, saw him bump the rail, but still tried to pass it off until old Beardy Balls in front of him says, "That was me, I hit the rail."
The absolute hell out of me.
I was trying to walk straight and I couldn't really.
Oh, there it is. Come on down, a little bit closer. What the? You scared the hell out of me, Ovilus.
Same voice they claimed was paranormal earlier has just come out the Ovilus, and they say it's the Ovilus.
Monarchy, religion.
Keep coming down. The first time it sounded far away, the second time it sounded a little bit closer. Let's keep going.
Watch out for the phone sticking out right there.
What's that?
There's a phone right there on the wall.
What the?
Foreshadowing.
Before time. Watch out for the phone sticking out right there.
What's that?
And he's caught it with his elbow. He clearly took a step into the left to nudge that cable with his elbow. The way they framed that phone first, that's a sin in itself. The fact that he steps into it is another sin. And the reaction to it is the third sin, because clearly he's dislodged that. They've probably balanced it right on the very tippity tip. And then he's giving it a little nudge so the wire will swing and eventually the momentum will pull it off.
There's a phone right there on the wall.
What the?
Before time.
Did you just tell me, is that what you said? There's a phone there?
Yeah.
Bro, I didn't get anywhere near it.
Lies. You watched him on your camera walk into it. You can't see in the dark. You're viewing through your viewfinder. You full of poop.
Alone.
Paranormal activity bass drop.
Before time alone.
Wait, hold on. Did you bump it? Is that why you
No,
said there's
I
a
walked
phone
away.
there?
Yeah, I said to like tell you it's there.
But you didn't hear that and he didn't bump it. Both lies.
Who did that?
The guy with the beard.
The hell was that?
That straight up sounded like someone walking.
Okay, let's go back. Oh my god. Keep on coming.
Okay, there is another sin for the phone. You never tried to put it back on the hook and see if just nudging the wire would dislodge it. If you're going to take yourself serious as a paranormal investigator, you walk past, it falls off, you go, oh, how did that happen? You put it back and you try to recreate it. They did none of that because they faked it.
Huh?
Where the fuck did you come from? At no point in this video did they say that there was any more than just them two there. And somebody has just come walking around the corner and there's another torchlight out there.
We heard glass break.
No, one of the lights fell.
Oh.
The little plastic.
So there's another two people in there that they failed to mention until this point. Now, I've had to skip big chunks of it because this is probably the most god-awful, real paranormal investigation I have ever watched. Now, these two other people, I don't know who they are. I don't know where they came from. So I'm not going to say anything negatively about these two because they've just literally walked into frame. But I'm not going through the rest of this video. It has been painful. So the sin counter will be there. There was too many for me to just keep counting in my head while I'm narrating. That was truly awful. They claimed to be on their own, and they weren't. They claimed all of these noises were paranormal, but there's two other people in there, potentially have caused all those noises. The telephone was clearly them. The voice they heard in the women's wing, was their Obulus while he was messing about with hands full of equipment. Every knock, bang, and click in that building, they were saying, what was that? Ooh, what was that? There's two other people in there that you failed to mention until much later on in the video. So I've never watched Sean Squatch. I'm not going to watch his side of it, but I guarantee they'll be getting knocks and bangs because these pair of idiots were upstairs banging and knocking and slamming stuff down on metal beds and then claiming the echoes were ghosts. I don't think I'll be doing one of these sins again because wow, I'm never getting that time back. Also, there is a final sin. The Haunted Sides audio is cranked up so much that everything they put their equipment on sounds like a gunshot or an explosion going off. Any ruffle of the clothing could sound like a voice, and they've done that on purpose. Because when me and Dean and me and Mrs. Geek go and Ghost Hunt, we are very careful with our audio levels. Even though we may sound like shit, we don't blow it out of proportion so you can hear everything and the microphone gets so confused that it doesn't sound the way it's supposed to. Your clothes ruffling will sound like screaming or breathy voices in the background. They're doing it on purpose. I do the exact opposite of that. So guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Please don't ask me to react to Haunted Side again because that was crap. There was nothing in it and he is really annoying. And I've seen a few other little bits and intros and stuff and the guy does nothing but beg. And when he goes live, he spends the first 10 minutes of his live videos begging for PayPal, begging for Cash App, begging for Venmo, begging for Patreon. It's actually the worst. The little bit that I have seen of this channel, he is the worst by far for begging. And I believe this is also the guy that threw a ball at his friend that the sheep debunked and then claimed it was all real. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I have been Beardo, and I am disappointed and out.